Deuxième jour. Oh putain, ils ont fait un jour 1 qui est pas infini, comme ça a été le cas dans les précédents. Ils ont cadré un petit peu le truc.
Following our first lead and we get ourselves caught in a laser net. All in a day's work, right?
Smart Alex had a point, but I wasn't going to let him have the satisfaction of knowing so. There was one good thing about spending hours stuck in a laser net. You got time to think. Who is this guy? Who killed him? And what kind of surveillance was he doing right across from my apartment? And what's in the metal canister? Have 7 years really passed without me remembering it? Is it related to my head injury or the injection mark on my arm?
He dead?
Well, I think you missed a hell of a party.
Party?
Yeah, you're here in time for the laser show.
I wouldn't do that. I was here to meet Carlos Maldonado. Is that you? Or him?
Look, I just stumbled onto this little nightmare, and I need to find out who this guy was and what he was doing. I'm a PI, and I assume this guy is Maldonado. My name's Murphy. Who are you?
Mason said Maldonado was a PI. Were you working with Mason too?
I'll be honest. I don't know if I was working for Mason or not. Actually, I'm having severe memory problems here, so anything you can tell me about Maldonado or Mason or what's in the cryo chamber here would be greatly appreciated.
I think I set off an alarm when I came in here. I don't usually do this kind of thing. I was just trying to help Mason. He said, come in here, find the PI, get the cryo chamber, and keep it safe.
Hey, I found that first.
Slow learner. You have to find Mason. I think he's in big trouble with bad people. I don't know why. He's a neurologist, for God's sake. But you have to promise me that if I let you go, you won't come after me, you'll find Mason.
Oh, I promise. My fingers are so frozen I can't cross them.
If your memory problems are part of all this, Mason is the only one who can help you. So you need to find him and bring him back safe just as much as I do. I'll be in contact soon.
On a une affaire. Très bien. On a trouvé Perry Mason. Très bien.
Man, those cops are getting close, but I don't want to leave this place without a clue. I better hurry up and find something before they get here.
Ah oui?
Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore. Yeah, tough break, hombre. Not even one crate of mixers. This guy was hardcore.
Ah.
Might come in handy.
La clé USB.
Strictly speaking, I would never encourage anyone to break the law, but those sirens are getting awfully close, and a life sentence for a machine can last a very long time. So move!
Est-il littéralement en train de me dire qu'il faut vraiment que je me bouge le cul? Eh mais attendez, oh, il y a des caméras. Il y a des caméras chez WAM là.
This equipment is surveying several different locations, including my office. This SOB's been living up here, watching my every move. This SOB's been living up here. This SOB's been living up here, watching my every move.
Bon, j'ai le temps ou j'ai pas le temps en réalité là? Bon, j'ai fouillé, hein, j'ai trouvé la clé USB, j'ai le document, on va sortir. Hein.
As I try to make my great escape down the ladder, I find two officials waiting to greet me.
Hello, boys.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. What were you doing in there?
Well, it's a little hard to Oh, you know the
Plus
drill.
tard. Eh oui.
I was really trying to get my hands on that surveillance equipment. Maybe I could see exactly what happened to me. Now the only way I'll find it is if New San Francisco's finest decides to play ball with me. I don't know why they'd start now, but I'd better polish up on the old Murphy charm.
Whether you're a mutant or a norm, San Francisco is our home. Be a
Ah bah ce jeu de manière il sent le fan service à fond. Hein.
suspicious, please report it to the SFPD immediately.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about 1 million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Didn't take you long to get in trouble, did it? You here to turn yourself in?
Well, first of all, no. And second of all, Danwich, you know me. You didn't have to send your goons down to get me. If you wanted me to come down, just ask me.
I'm surprised you remember me.
I may not have told anyone this before, but you're actually my favorite patrolman.
In case you didn't get the memo, I head up the department now. And things aren't as loosey-goosey as they were under Malden.
Well, I hope you're more helpful than he used to be. Look, I know this is gonna sound pretty crazy, but hear me out. This morning, I wake up with a massive head injury and an injection mark on my arm. No idea how I got either one of it. Then I talk to a few people, I find out I can't remember anything over the last 7 years.
You're right, it does sound crazy. But go on.
Thing of it is, my last memory is of me and my lady friend getting shot.
Your lady friend, that was, Chelsea Bando?
Yeah. How do you know that?
I know your burned-out speeder was found a few weeks later with Miss Bando's DNA inside of it.
God. It is true. Chelsea's dead?
We closed the case. Though a few of us thought something didn't feel
Le nom me dit
right.
quelque chose effectivement. Mais je saurais plus te dire.
The scene was too staged. But I'm not saying Chelsea isn't dead.
Ah, un truc avec des
The last
cochons.
time anyone saw her was with you at the Golden Pagoda.
What are you saying? I was a suspect?
You were, in fact. I'd have to look at the case. You were cleared at some point.
Can I look at the case files?
Now you know you can't, so don't even
Ah non,
ask.
pas du tout. Pas du tout ce que je pensais.
Murphy, I feel for you.
Un FMV
It was a long
effectivement.
time ago. Chelsea was pronounced legally dead, and there's no evidence to believe otherwise.
Non, il y a un truc liard machin
I
là,
don't know what else I can tell you.
espèce de truc multijoueur là,
Guy who shot us?
avec des
Arrest.
trucs qui ont des têtes de cochons, je me souviens. mais- Non, non, effectivement, ça n'a rien à voir. Mais c'est récent ça, de ce que je vois.
I'd have to pull some strings.
What can you do to help me out here? I mean, until I see something or get some information, I'm just not going to be able to believe that Chelsea's gone.
I'm sorry, Murphy, I really am. If you can find me some new clues on the case, I'll do what I can to get it reopened. And that's the best I can do for you.
Je regarderai. Mais là, j'étais plutôt parti pour faire du Lovecraft, un peu
No,
des Call of Cthulhu et tout là.
believe it.
J'ai
My gut tells me she's still alive.
parti sur une série comme ça là. On en avait deux là. Deux qui datent de milieu des années 90. Et un autre, un jeu d'aventure,
We just found you at a crime
Call of
scene with a
Cthulhu
dead
également, qui est
body. That dead
sorti en
body
2005.
happened to be Carlos Maldonado.
Je me dis qu'après les Tex Murphy, là justement, là, comme on aura fini un peu la série là,
Way of
enfin, en tout cas de ce qu'on
intimidating
pouvait faire,
competition.
me lancer là-dedans.
The name Maldonado means nothing to me. And I insist that you give me a polygraph test to prove it.
I was just reviewing your file when you came in.
Is that a lot? Because it looks like a lot.
August 2047. Beeknerese, NSFPD informant. Beaten and
Ah bah
hospitalized
tiens,
after providing information about Tex Murphy.
Elephant
Reese
Man.
refuses to identify his assailant. No charges ever filed. November 2048. Surveillance video shows suspected extortionist Jen Lee leaving the Golden Pagoda with Tex Murphy, never to be seen again. The case remains unsolved. Shall I go on? In the past few years, you've gained quite a reputation for yourself.
Putain, c'est vrai que ça change, parce que là, on a vraiment l'impression d'être dans le futur, là. Ça y est. Et pas dans le futur de 1990.
Well, I find that hard to believe, but it's nice of you to say.
We arrest criminals so they could be tried in a court of law. We don't just kill them, and I won't tolerate vigilantism. If you didn't kill
La métaphore au Fantasio, du coup, j'ai pas continué, parce que je pouvais pas tout continuer, là. J'avoue. Donc là, on va un petit peu arrêter le stream, là. Pas arrêter. Continuer de faire des... Continuer de faire des point and click, de toute manière, et puis les jeux du pif, un petit peu, là, sur le rétro, mais ça sera beaucoup plus limité, là. J'en ferai beaucoup moins régulièrement, là. C'est un peu de la dernière semaine.
I was awoken by gunshots. I was just trying to find out what was happening. I followed the trail and saw that Maldonado had surveillance equipment aimed at my office. I want to find out what he recorded.
Who cares what he recorded? If you're such an upstanding citizen, you've got nothing to hide, right?
Yeah, right. You're not going to check inside my toilet tank, are you?
I don't even think you're joking about that. You're free to go, Murphy. For now. Any questions?
Ah.
I'm not sure what to think of you, Murphy. I have no evidence of an abduction, just a dead body and only one person of interest. It might be in your best interest if you could find out what happened.
Putain, en tout cas, putain, ça a grimpé en qualité de ouf, du coup, hein, avec la modernité. Hein. Ah, je suis bluffé. Et parce que je les ai tous fait d'un coup, c'est pour ça. Alors qu'il y a 16 ans d'écart. Hein, mais...
As far as the coroner and the commissioner were concerned, finding Chelsea's remains in your speeder were enough to pronounce her legally dead.
Ah oui, littéralement, elle était dans la bagnole. Ah bah oui, on voit la scène où l'autre y tire, là.
She's an investigative reporter at the Bay City Mirror. One of the less obnoxious ones.
Ah, tout le monde a l'air bien de l'aimer, cette petite Taylor.
I know Maldonado was a dirtbag, but unless it's in self-defense, killing somebody, even a dirtbag, is a crime and will be prosecuted. I'm not allowed to let you see it.
Ah oui, ce qui était grisé en réalité, c'est qu'on peut pas lui... D'accord, ils ont fait en sorte qu'au lieu de poser des questions et qu'on nous réponde non, mais je sais pas de quoi tu parles, là ils grisent le truc, comme ça on évite ce genre de choses. D'accord, très bien.
That encrypted memory stick probably has some useful information on it.
Oh, great advice. If you could help me break it, then I'd be impressed. I'll need to find a computer whiz to break the encryption on this memory stick. Nice to meet you, Maldonado.
Scooby-Doo Mystery, ouais, effectivement, oui. Effectivement. Je l'avais vu dans les jeux du pif, le seul truc, c'est que... tout est ouvert. Bon, ça pour la clé USB. On va faire le tour de savoir, ça c'est fermé. Mais oui, effectivement, ouais, et je l'avais... J'ai métaphore fantasio, j'ai juste fait le premier donjon. Ouais, je vais reprendre un peu le taf, ouais, faut bien que j'aille bosser un peu. Même si l'intérêt, ça va être de faire de l'argent pendant un an. Et après on verra, on met de côté et après on verra ce qu'on fait. Parce que pour le moment, j'ai pas les moyens de mes ambitions. Mais bon, moi le but c'était de me poser un petit peu. On va se poser encore un an, je vais aller bosser. J'ai même hésité à reprendre un petit peu dans le spectacle, puis non, faut que j'arrête. Ça m'a suffisamment bousillé la santé comme ça. On bosser à l'usine et ça ira bien.
We've had our problems in the past. For example, the last time I was here, he shot my credit card into 1,000,000 pieces. I'm hoping he's in a little better humor today and doesn't blow my brains out, or even worse.
C'est vrai qu'on avait un crédit.
Okay, I don't want any trouble.
Well, just so I'm clear, what kind of trouble are you not wanting?
Everyone knows what happens to people who get on your bad side. Only one reason you ever come in here, and it ain't to buy anything. You know all our stuff is...
Ah oui, non mais maintenant, on est le caïd là. Hein.
I just want to know what's going on upstairs.
Look, the guys upstairs don't want any trouble either. They said you can have whatever you want at cost. You can even put it on credit. Then I'll just tear up the bill.
Oh, I'm not talking about your bosses. I'm talking about the guy upstairs, the dead one.
Look, I know how much you hated Maldonado, and I probably shouldn't have let him use the second floor. But he was paying cash, and he kept a low profile. So I thought it was all good. I didn't know what he was doing up there, and I didn't want to know.
So how about you answer a few questions for me, and maybe things will end up a little better for you than they did for, say, Carlos?
Oh là là, mais oh là là, il se la pète, regardez-moi ça.
You the man, okay? We good? Look, I told the cops I wasn't here, which is technically true. I just parked out back when I heard the gunshots. So I just started the engine right back up and got the hell out.
En fait, moi, concrètement, enfin, j'en parlais pas trop parce que j'ai fait un petit peu de stream sans trop raconter ma vie. Mais en gros, moi, j'ai vraiment comme objectif de pouvoir ouvrir une web TV, de pouvoir vraiment faire des choses, etc. Mais là, moi, je suis en mode, je suis à la campagne tranquille et je stream et je pensais que ça aurait décollé un petit peu plus. Et tout, mais le truc c'est que si je veux faire une web TV, si je veux trouver du monde, etc., il faut que je déménage et j'ai pas envie pour le moment et faut que je fasse du pognon pour avoir les moyens de faire quelque chose, quoi. Mais je pensais qu'on aurait quand même plus de monde en réalité, donc là je fais un peu une pause parce que c'est en train de me bouffer le cerveau un peu.
I do love Louis' cooking. Just don't ask what's in it and you'll be fine. All I know is you ain't the same guy that came slinking in here 7 years ago. Sorry to hear about that. Is that what turned you into Mr. Badass?
Et après, je parle de studio, je parle de matériel, voilà.
I think he's the one who came by to check in on Maldonado. Must have been a client. Don't know anything else about him.
Mais on verra ça dans un an maintenant. Avec l'USB. Ouais, mais est-ce que t'as quelque chose qui me permet de décrypter les clés? C'est plutôt ça.
Sure, Maldonado was a creep, but his money spent just the same. He said he needed to do a stakeout of the Ritz. Didn't mention any specific names. Didn't sound like a big deal, and he was offering a good chunk of change. I saw him bring in some cameras, so he must have been recording the surveillance. But whatever he had got confiscated by the cops. Let's just leave me out of this, okay? Not again. You're gonna get me fired. Or worse.
Oui, non, je disais Scooby-Doo, je l'avais vu dans les jeux du pif. Le seul truc, c'est que quand je l'ai testé, bon, il était en anglais et du coup, j'avais passé parce que dans les jeux du pif, on va pas faire de point and click, c'est trop long, ni de RPG. Mais effectivement, oui, je me souviens d'avoir vu ce jeu, oui, sur Mega Drive. Après, les point and click console comme ça à la manette, c'est toujours très lent, par contre. Ah, donc là, toi, tu...
I sell items to customers, not purchase them.
Donc je peux rien t'acheter, en fait, toi. Bon, alors, on va voir Rook.
Rook's the little gremlin who runs the pawn shop. I've heard that his hard shell is hiding a heart of gold. But if it was, he'd cut it out himself with a rusty soup can lid.
C'est encore pas le même.
Murphy!
Non?
Here, let me look at you. Louis told me something terrible has happened. I've been worried sick.
Well, I appreciate the concern, but other than a weird case of amnesia, I'm fine.
But Louis says you're behaving like a totally different...
On regardera cette histoire de Scooby-Doo, là, quand même.
Yeah, different for you guys maybe, but to me, I'm just the same old Tex. So what's with all the caring and compassion?
Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me that lump on your head has turned you back into the pathetic, pestering PI I used to know. This is a night...
Putain, apparemment, les 7 dernières années, on n'a pas rigolé, hein. Mort de Chelsea, apparemment.
Hold on. Are you telling me the Tex I turned into was not pathetic and pestering? Those are my secret weapons.
Look, Murphy, I'll grant you have some detective skills, but it was all relentless, annoying banter and endless questions to me. Imagine my surprise when, over the past few years, you turned into someone I could actually tolerate.
No kidding. So what was it you loved most about the new me?
You cut out all the chit-chat and became a no-nonsense customer who pays in cash. You always seem to have plenty of cash.
Alors effectivement, on avait beaucoup d'argent chez nous, enfin dans l'appartement.
Okay, I'll cut the chit-chat. Just tell me where I come up with all this cash.
All my transactions are done in strictest confidence. That hasn't changed.
I'm having a few rough days here, Rook, and all I'm trying to do is get my memory back. I could use a little help.
Fine. Though I don't know anything that could possibly explain what's happened to you. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did. Now I suppose this is where you ask if I mind answering a few questions, but this is not for old time's sake. You became a sullen, short-tempered bully, and I miss that desperately. I heard a commotion and saw a crazed man running willy-nilly down the street and 2 other men in pursuit.
Bon, de toute manière, le truc, c'est qu'il va falloir aller fouiller chez l'autre, là. Hein. L'autre qui est mort, justement.
I was hoping they would tear that flop house down, and they would have too if it weren't for that meddling Clint.
Clint, c'était le clodo.
Such an upbeat, chipper little man. Utterly obnoxious. I went there once. Never again. What with that herbal tea and incense, it's Veritable gas chamber. Oof. I knew she'd get nothing but trouble being with you. Louis' niece is an absolute delight. What she sees in you is an absolute mystery. A prince among men makes me wish I could still eat solid food. Years ago, after Chelsea disappeared, you came to me looking for leads to some valuable items, among them a lost Fabergé egg. You left the street for a long time. When you returned to Chandler Avenue, you seemed like a different person, darker, more dangerous. I understand you have a thing for holograms. Maybe she's just your type.
C'est pas très pratique un hologramme, mais c'est vrai qu'après l'actrice elle est plutôt mignonne, oui.
I'm sure you know much more about that than I. Some say you know exactly what happened. That's the man you think was abducted? The one I saw being chased down the street? I never heard his name before you told me. What is that? Maldonado? He puts the PI in pig. I heard you two had something of a rivalry going on. Why would I know anything about that? If the police confiscated it, I suggest you talk to the police about it. At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut. Next question.
Now that Rooks is open, I'll bet his back gate's open too.
Effectivement.
Yeah, I used to come back here and shoot hoops until I threw my back out.
Petite vidéo nostalgie.
Seconds left, down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes, he drives. It's a 360. He's fouled.
Or was it my front?
Apparemment t'as de la caillasse qui a poussé encore partout là.
It's Rook's hydropod garden. Whenever I see this, I think of Gordon Fitzpatrick from my Pandora case.
I've got anti-hydrogen pods on board, and I've got to get us as far away from Earth as possible.
Pods?
Pods. Anti-hydrogen pods.
He wasn't from around.
Avec cette énigme qu'on n'a pas eu à la fin. Parce qu'on joue en facile. Bon là je suis en expert. Hein. Attends, je viens de prendre une enclume là. Attendez, me dites pas que vous avez pris les commodes et que vous avez juste changé la couleur de la texture. Ah si. Si, c'est ce qu'ils ont fait, ils ont pris les meubles, les commodes et tout, là, comme asset, et ils ont juste changé la couleur de la texture. Hein. Ça se voit un petit peu trop, là. Bon, on s'en fout.
Why would a little Ah, yes. Llama Claus would bring packs of cigarettes to all the... I didn't know there was that much polyester left in the world.
Ah, c'est marrant, ça, là. Je veux dire, ça n'a clairement rien à foutre là. Ça fait très... ça fait très vers chez moi, quoi. Ça fait très maison de campagne, ça, là, quand même. Ah bah les recyclages de sprite après, et puis tu fais du color swap, ça c'est un classique. Mais c'est vrai que là, je trouve que ça se voit beaucoup, du coup, que c'est une armoire, en fait. D'accord, donc j'ai trouvé une enclume, et...
I didn't know there was that much polyester left in the world.
Et étrangement, cette bâtisse-là qui n'a rien à foutre là, très clairement. Marrant. Bon bah donc il y a une enclume. Très bien.
Lord knows what I could do with an anvil, but it might be useful.
Ah, je peux toujours combiner la clé USB et l'enclume hein, si j'ai envie, mais je pense que ça n'a aucun sens.
Inspector Burns finally opened his own.
Et le roi du barbecue, il est pas ouvert? Ah, putain, terrible là.
Now that's a handsome devil. What the hell is that?
That's a SPO-pad, protecting the universe from imperfect life forms since 1967. It's like a mall cop with a 5,000 meter volt taser without a moral code. Be careful, Tex. I could get hurt.
Oh, it's a security drone. If I enter its...
Ah voilà. Je me suis dit un grand coup d'enclume là-dessus. Très bien. Est-ce que je peux récupérer mon enclume? Je peux pas récupérer mon enclume, je suis déçu. Bon, c'est bien, mais par contre, on n'a pas la, on n'a pas la carte. Il faut qu'on décrypte la clé USB.
Must be some sort of Rorschach test. You know, I never actually see anyone working on this street.
On peut pas grimper en fait. Je veux dire là c'est allumé, mais on s'en bat les couilles. Trouver du boulot à l'usine? Ah bah carrément, oui. Trouver du boulot, c'est pas un problème.
It's real good having you stop in more regular.
Quand t'as envie de bosser, tu bosses.
How can I help you?
C'est jamais un souci, ça.
That Holly is a real spitfire. I don't know how I feel about the whole holograms of people too thing. That.
En tout cas, en intérim, c'est là où tu gagnes que tu gagnes le plus.
I can't really talk about that. If she died the way the cops said she did, burned inside your speeder, it's just too much to think about. I keep a little hope that maybe she ain't dead at all. Or at least that maybe she died in a more peaceful way.
Ouais, lui il met très clairement le doigt sur le fait que elle est morte, mais en fait, on n'en a aucune preuve, en fait.
I'm no good with that computer stuff, but that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz.
D'accord.
I'll bet he could get you taken care of.
Le mec, il décrypte des clés USB et il fait des ribs. Eh ben, très bien.
You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that. So that so-and-so was spying on you. You and I wasn't real close, so I couldn't say why he'd been doing that. Zach don't come in here a whole lot. I guess he don't like my food much. Yeah, same old ornery cuss he ever was. Don't bother me none. I guess I'm just used to it. Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here.
Ah bah maintenant, c'est bon, on peut.
As I step into Inspector Burns' barbecue, I think I'm having a stroke. But no, burning toast is their special today. Behind the counter is the kid who Louis referred me to as the computer whiz.
Alors tu feras gaffe, soit t'as de la sauce barbecue sur la tronche, soit c'est de la merde.
Welcome to Inspector Burns' barbecue. My name is Mojo. Special today is chili con carnage. It'll destroy your hunger as well as your taste buds. Order when you're ready.
My hammy vice, a ham, cheese, and habanero corn dog, deep fried and wrapped in bacon. Does that come with a free colonoscopy?
Hey, you're Tex Murphy.
And you're Mojo. What a shagadelic name, baby, yeah!
My real name is Mordecai Josephus.
Are you serious? Yeah. Well, that's my real name, too.
No way!
Yeah, well, it's pretty close. It's actually Tiberius, James Tiberius. And my mom, she starts calling me Tibby. And, well, I had to come up with something that I could live with.
The ultimate Tex Murphy trivia. You just made my day. Look, I don't mean to geek out on you here, but you're Tex Murphy. Badass private eye. Man out of time. Always quick with a joke or his fist. What are you doing in a dump like this?
I'm guessing you haven't won any Employee of the Month awards, have you?
Nice. Classic Tex Murphy.
I'll tell you what. You buy me lunch, we'll call it even.
Oh, you don't want to eat here. The food really will burn your face off. Inspector Burns is a bitter man. So, what are you working on? Wait, let me guess. Some kind of case just dropped in your lap. Seems like a small-time job, but there are tons of loose ends leading in all kinds of directions, and you are blindly getting nowhere.
Nice try. But this time it isn't a case. It's personal.
Oh, I could help you.
Well, I could use a good caterer.
You are killing me. Look, Mr. Murphy, you fancy yourself as sort of a timeless classic, a PI archetype for the ages. You know your way around the crime scene, but it's no secret that you're not so good at high-tech gadgets. That's where I come in.
Ouais, bah oui, j'ai une clé USB, donc...
Well, now that you mention it, there might be something you can help me with.
Ouais, elle est là. Bon, ben...
I just can't believe I got a chance to meet my idol.
Oh merde. Oh merde, c'est ça ton idole. Ah putain, ça c'est comme les gens qui sont fans des gens qui font de la télé-réalité, ça.
Me and Archie are buds. So glad Archie opened up his shop here. He's like a god.
Il y a Einstein, il y a Marie Curie, et puis il y a Loana de Love Story, quoi. C'est dramatique quand même.
Chelsea Bando, the Nora to your Nick. I wish I could have met her. Inspector Burns has tried to torch the Bruin stew at least twice. Sometimes I spend hours just thinking about what kind of baby she and I would have together.
Ah merde. Tu vas rejoindre bientôt la liste des délinquants sexuels dans l'entrepôt, toi.
Sorry you lost her, but man, did you ever get an attitude? He's the guy you hired to take photos of your cheating wife. You're the guy they hired to beat the crap out of the guy you catch with your wife.
Ah oui, d'accord. Lui, ce mec, il surveille les infidélités, quoi. Il travaille sur ce genre de truc. Nous, on sauve le monde, et puis lui, il pécho les maris qui font cocu leurs femmes, quoi.
Not surprising. He says he likes barbecue, so I'm not sure why he eats here.
Je dis, faites des ribs, c'est mieux quand même.
Like Inspector Burns says, it all tastes the same when your tongue's charred.
C'est pas faux.
Sure,
alors,
I can decrypt a memory stick, no problem. It may take a while, at least a day.
Ah, très bien.
Another item on my to-do list today is checking out Maldonado's regular office.
D'accord, ça lui prendra un jour. Mais on l'a la carte, avec... non, avec son permis, attendez. C'est pas... Attendez, c'est une carte ou c'est une clé? Faut peut-être retourner chez lui. Non, c'est une carte.
It's locked. I won't be able to enter.
D'accord, donc en fait c'est ça. Oui, voilà. On l'avait bien. Donc on pouvait pénétrer avant de lui donner la clé, oui, parce que la clé ça va prendre un jour, d'accord.
A place even sleazier than yours. And you have an animal print bedspread.
Oh la vache! Ah non, mais nous c'est luxueux. Enfin, là, ça l'est en plus dans cet épisode, mais même avant, c'était luxueux. Là, qu'elle en faire du fion.
I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques. Maybe we could have been friends, if you were alive.
Putain, en plus, il boit... Putain, c'est une sacrée bouteille de bourbon, puis 7 ans d'âge en plus. C'est pas le premier prix forcément, quoi. De l'argent quand même pour se payer des grandes bouteilles de whisky comme ça.
I've eaten dog food before. His filing techniques are crude at best. Ew, even I have a higher standard of living. I've eaten
Non,
dog
t'as rien du tout, toi qui es en train de bugger à travers le sol, là? Très bien. Photo de femme.
Hello?
Could I speak to Carlos? Tex?
Sorry, have we met?
That woman knew me, but hung up quickly when she realized I didn't know her.
If we can find her, maybe we could get some answers.
She must have visited Chandler while she was doing business with Maldonado. Maybe someone around here will recognize the photo.
Très bien.
I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Amateur.
Ouais, enfin, il y a un moment, faut le vider, le standard. Hein. Ah, c'est quoi? C'est des cachous la jaunie? C'est une boîte de cachous la jaunie? Qui a annoncé d'ailleurs arrêter la production de cachous, d'ailleurs, depuis des mois, parce que ça se vend plus. C'est la fin des cachous la jaunie. Ça faisait 55 ans que ça se vendait.
It's the only
Véridique.
hotel where you have a better chance of survival inside than outside.
Oui, d'accord, c'est que c'est des boîtes de nouilles, d'accord. C'est des boîtes de nouilles instantanées. Très bien, j'avais pas bien compris.
Emily? Oh man. I hope she's doing this to get through school.
Ouais, alors, excuse-moi, mais elle, c'est pareil, elle est pas étudiante et il faut arrêter, Elle a pas 20 ans. Elle en a au moins 35 dans l'opus précédent. Hein. Chelsea, c'est pareil. Elle avait pas 30 ans, elle en avait une quarantaine, l'actrice. Hein. Vous vous faites plaisir, là. D'accord, donc on vient pour la photo. Non mais, on peut pas bosser comme ça, je veux dire, c'est pas possible. Je veux dire, encore un effort, on n'est pas loin du syndrome de Diogène, là.
Whatever you need, Mike. Just ask.
Ah, là, il est sympa, alors que il nous disait, ouais, bon, si tu pouvais te barrer, ça serait pas forcément si mal. Hein.
I might have seen this lady in here not long ago. Didn't catch your name.
Mais elle nous connaît en plus. Mais bon, apparemment, on pouvait bosser avec l'autre, mais...
Hey, Mr. Murphy. Still running the decryption program. You can hang with me till it's done. Shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 hours.
Non, mais ok.
Who's that?
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions?
Ah, mais oh, capte ta joie.
I don't know what it is they're serving in there, but it sure as hell ain't barbecue. That's a fine piece of humanity there. She stopped by the other day and checked out our selection. Took her about 2 seconds to realize it was all crap, so she seemed to know her stuff.
D'accord. Bon, Rook, ça sert à quelque chose.
Your status as a paying customer earns you a modicum of goodwill. I suggest you use it judiciously.
Lui, ça me semble pas être le...
Look, answer a few questions for me and I won't kick your butt when I get...
T'as pas l'air d'être le même acteur. Déjà que le deuxième, c'était pas le même que le premier. Dans Overseer, du coup, je sais pas. Peut-être celui d'Overseer, d'ailleurs. Je ne sais pas. Ça paraît d'être un autre que dans les 2 épisodes qu'on a fait.
Just smelling the fumes coming off that establishment irritates my bowels. Lovely. Oh, she may have come by here. I can't be sure.
Ah ben, il y a un moment, va falloir qu'il y ait quelqu'un qui soit sûr, là. Bon, il est pas là. Non, mais de toute manière, il est en prison, l'autre. Ah!
As I ring the bell, I expect Nilo, but another familiar face pops up from behind the counter. It's Clint. Looks like he's dabbling
c'est Clint.
in plastic surgery to cover his empty eye socket. It's amazing what you can do with a tire patch, spray paint, and crazy glue.
Ah, Mr. Murphy, will you be needing some housekeeping done? I can't remember the last time we saw you around here.
Mais non, Clint. Oui, bon, c'est peut-être le même acteur, après, je sais pas. Mais...
Clint? You work here now?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't remember. I heard about your blackout. I used to have those, but they were more brownouts, you know. My old...
Il n'y avait pas les persos habituels. Ah, vu que ça reprenait la première, je sais pas. Ah oui, d'accord, ok, il a son badge des... C'est quoi, les chocolatés anonymes, on va appeler ça? Ah oui, d'accord. Chacun son addiction, quoi.
So last time I saw you, Clint, it seemed like you were pretty loco for the cocoa.
Yeah, that chocolate stand was a bad idea. But it's all good now. I actually own this place. Bought it from Nilo a few years back.
Il est allé où? Bon, comme ça on va savoir qu'il est en prison pour un délinquant sexuel, non?
You mean Nelly? He got a sex change. Yeah, I don't know.
Ah non, il a changé de sexe, très bien. Ok.
That didn't fly.
Well, you've come a long way, Clint. From living in a dumpster to...
Mais faudrait que je me fasse. Il existe là un let's play en français d'Overseer. Il y en a un qui avait les versions CD-ROM de l'époque avec la trad française.
We're up to a 3-star cubic zirconia rating in the Mutant Leisure blogspot now.
Faudrait que je me le mate quand même.
So how did you afford all of this? I mean, didn't you normally eat up all your profits at the chocolate stand?
It's mostly thanks to you, my #1 tenant. You pay up front, and I always throw in a little extra to make sure I keep an extra eye on your place.
So I'm not behind on my rent? Maybe I should get amnesia more often.
You're paid through the end of the year, just like every year. You're hardly ever here these days, but hey, let me get my nose out of your business. That sounded disgusting. Let's change the subject. What can I do for you? You keep being my best tenant, and I'll be your biggest fan. Deal?
J'ai pas l'impression que ça soit le même acteur, mais après, tu sais pas, en 16 ans, tu sais.
The cops came by to ask me about that, but I wasn't here at the time. This may not be much, but it's mine, and I love it. Nice guy, but he's got some screws loose. Dumbest name ever for a shop. Just get the holes patched before you move out, or I will keep your security deposit. Look, I know I used to joke with you about Chelsea being in love with
Effectivement, si tu fais des trous dans le mur, oui, tu peux garder, garder la caution, mais...
That's Louis' niece, right? Tall, brunette.
Le pire, c'est que vous pouvez défoncer une maison ou un appartement. Le proprio, il va garder la caution, mais il peut rien vous faire d'autre. Hein.
I've got to steer clear of his diner. Too many chocolate memories. Look, I've had my own problems, as you know. I was in a kind of a dark place 7 years ago. Dark, bitter, sometimes nuts, raisins, God help me, marshmallows.
C'est un peu dégueulasse qu'ils ont mis là, parce que ça, c'est ce que vous mettez pour faire les masques en fait, pour enfin les moules en fait. Ils ont mis des espèces de fond de teint dessus, c'est un peu dégueulasse.
Nice girl for circus.
C'est un peu ni fait ni à faire ce qu'ils ont fait.
We don't need to talk about that, do we? That was a real tragedy.
Ça reste plâtre.
Maldonado? Nothing but trouble. I steer clear of that hombre. Maldonado is spying on you? Are you sure it was you?
Ah, c'est vrai qu'on peut pas être sûr que ce soit vraiment moi qui surveille. Hein.
That guy's all mobbed up, so I keep my distance. That little gremlin's never forgiven me for stealing his newspapers and using them for blankets. I haven't tried it. They say that the sauce will melt your eyeballs, and that's a risk I'm just not willing to take. I know for a fact I've never seen this fox before, because if I had, she'd be my lady love. Me? I'm just living the dream. One chocolate-free day at a time.
Pas mais t'as compensé, hein, en tout cas. Hein. Bon, bah, c'est bien, parce que personne sait qui c'est, du coup. Mais très bien.
Well, this is a flashy new neighbor.
De toute manière, j'ai pas d'autres possibilités, Brad. On va aller voir l'hologramme.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing? Let me check. I can confirm that Mason Bowers has been a registered guest here. Sorry, Tex. I'm not allowed to give out any more information than that.
Déjà, c'est pas mal, tu nous en
If
dis.
I could smell, I'm pretty sure he would stink. Always looks like he's up to something unsavory.
Vu ce qu'il s'envoyait comme bourbon, il devait transpirer l'alcool, c'est sûr.
That crusty old perv is always coming in here trying to get a peek at my underpixels.
Ah.
I think the kid who works here has a crush on me. Maybe one of these days I'll rock his little world. Yeah, I've seen this woman in here. In fact, she picked up a piece of mail that's been delivered here. I might be able to get a name or address for you. Let me see if I have an image of the envelope. Yep, got it. I'll print it out for you.
Ah, voilà.
The Ritz landlord? Seems like he may have a couple of screws loose, but nice enough.
Holly sends the information about the mystery woman to my smart Alex, and I get a new location on the map. It's on the coast near Monterey. Whoever owns this place has mucho dinero.
Maison sur la plage. Très bien. Alors attendez. Juste avant de partir, je veux juste aller vérifier un truc. Je peux remonter ou pas dans l'appartement là? Pas dans le mien, mais... Alors j'ai pas été vérifié, peut-être que j'ai des mails, peut-être que j'ai des trucs. Ah, je pourrais remonter là.
Nice ladder.
Ah, pas du tout. Non, c'est terminé.
The Ritz is the fire trap I call home.
Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting.
Ah ouais, j'ai bien fait.
Phone message waiting.
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty and we will reveal the truth.
Mais c'est quoi cet accent fini russe fini à la pisse là comme ça là? Non mais vraiment. Le russe blanc, c'est quoi? C'est vodka, café avec du lait, non? Le russe blanc. C'est un alcool, hein, pour ceux qui savent pas.
Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean.
Putain, c'est marrant d'avoir fait une sauvegarde automatique. La moindre action. Paf, sauvegarde automatique.
Someday, I hope to collect all of the Mike and Ike Hammer comics and place them here.
Ah, j'en ai trouvé quelques-uns, mais on les a sûrement pas tous.
So I had the store permanently. The government footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back, but I've never had the nerve to open it all the way.
Ah oui, il fallait que je regarde aussi l'Indiana Jones, aussi le point and click. Oh là là, on a tant de choses à voir, mais je vous dis. Hein. Quoique, ça se trouve, il y aura plus de point and click même qu'avant, parce que je vais me focus là-dessus et sur les jeux du pif. Donc je vais vous dire, pas sûr qu'on ait finalement moins de choses hein, au niveau de point and click. Donc les point and click, c'est jamais très très long. Hein. Bon, allez, cassons-nous de là, alors. Allons, vamos a la playa. Allons voir les garçons de la plage.
I realize it's finally time to get this head wound checked out and some professional input on what's happened to me. Now's as good a time as any. I call a cab.
Ah bah oui, du coup, go la clinique. Alors, Regardez-moi ça, ces effets spéciaux, incroyables.
Where are you headed?
North Hill Clinic.
Well, I better step on it. You look like you're in pretty bad shape. Your eyes are really bloodshot.
Yeah, you should see him from this side.
Live around here?
Yeah, I do. Live at the Ritz.
I've heard there's a lot of Morlocks in that area.
Morlocks?
That's what they call them. Some new crazy type of mutant.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard rumors that they're attacking people.
On Chandler Avenue?
Just rumors. But you never know.
Alors, contente d'avoir pu tourner dans le...
Sorry.
Dans Tex Murphy.
Sorry, I just wanted to let you know I was packing heat up here. Didn't mean to freak you out.
Et ça, c'est une fan.
It's fine. It's just the last time I got a ride from someone, they shot me, so I'm a little jumpy. It's a nice gun, by the way. I used to have one just like it.
I've had this for a long time. Some idiot threw it out his window.
The head wound is painful for sure. Maybe this Dr. Donahue can help me sort things out.
Taylor warned me you might be a problem patient.
Quoi?
Oh, yeah, come in now and everything stops moving. A minute ago, it was like Fantasia in here.
I'm just gonna assume you've got some head trauma. Let's see what's going on.
Well, you should know I've been hit in the head a lot, but it's never caused amnesia before, and I'm wondering if maybe I'm just hallucinating. Is there any way to tell?
There sure is. Yep, you're awake. So tell me what happened.
Well, I woke up a few hours ago with this goose egg on my head and an injection mark on my arm. I've got no idea how I got them. As a matter of fact, I have no idea about anything over the past 7 years.
Well, you took a pretty good shot to the head. Enough to knock you out, maybe cause some short-term memory loss, but not for 7 years. Let's see that mark on your arm. I think we'll need to draw some blood. Everything on your form accurate?
Well, I think I said I exercise regularly and smoke sparingly. I might have got those two reversed.
Je réponds au pif, ça n'a aucun sens de toute manière. Hein. Là, regardez, il s'emmerde même plus à traduire là.
I'm sure we'll find something else there too. Have you ever had an implant?
Est-ce que j'ai un implant?
Look, I just want my figure to be in proportion.
Well, that injection mark concerns me, but I don't want to speculate. I would really like to keep you overnight for observation. You mind waiting around until we figure this out?
Sorry, Doc. I'm a detective, not a waiter. I need to ask you a few questions, and then I'm out of here.
Let's just keep this professional, shall we?
Et on se connaît ou parce que bon, le tutoiement, je veux bien que le tutoiement il soit fait par rapport à la traduction. Mais...
I don't think you could do much better. And yes, I mean that the way it sounded. I believe he runs a diner over on Telegraph Hill. I've dealt with many cases of amnesia, but nothing exactly like this.
After leaving North Hill, I get a cab ride back to my office. After a while, I'm feeling a little better, so I hop in my speeder and head out to the address of the mystery woman who I hope can give me info on Mason Bowers.
Nice, this is more like it. Fun fact, this is a former vacation home for 3 James Bond villains. Goldfinger! Wah, wah, wah.
This house belongs in a tax bracket that I'm most unfamiliar with.
C'est vrai.
This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer. This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer.
Ah oui, tout simplement.
Hello. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Hello. The 8 lost rules of etiquette. Rule number 1, a friendly greeting could open doors for you.
Opening the door. D'accord, et on a un code. Ah putain, même ça là, c'est pas bien, c'est pas traduit du coup.
Seems Mason was treating someone with serious facial deterioration.
D'accord, donc ça, la cryogénisation, là, ça cause des dommages physiques et mentaux. Et il faut trouver une solution, d'accord, donc il y a de la cryogénisation quelque part.
Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. That's interesting. Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
Hey, buddy! Do you know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron? Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll
Ouais,
keep these in case
faudra
I have
essayer.
a smoking emergency. Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles.
Carte de baseball, d'accord, on aura peut-être à échanger ça. Je regarderai dans les fichiers du jeu si je peux pas agrandir la police la prochaine fois.
Baseball card? Used to collect these as a kid.
Ok, il va y avoir un puzzle avec les cartes de baseball.
Nice. Pillaging must be one of their hobbies. Now that was a... Say hello to my little friends. Well, that might come in handy. the soothing, sultry siren song of Redcat. Yeah, just some books. Staring at this must be a collector's edition of Matt Q-Base Tyler baseball card. I wouldn't dare thieve that.
Ah ouais, bah le reste, ça te gêne pas apparemment.
Yeah, just some books. Hey, bada bada bada.
Coquillage et crustacés, on s'en fout apparemment.
Now that's my kind of book.
Neurochirurgie
It's like a
pour les
villain
trous du
from a
cul.
terrible movie. Mollusks beware. It's like a villain from a terrible B movie. Mollusks beware.
Ah, Murloc, c'est escargot. Il essaye de cryogéniser des escargots, c'est ça?
That might come in handy.
Oh, les vieilles poils. Ils se sont fait plaisir. Hein.
Never. This copy's been out here. Yep, that's a sink. Cookies? Salty. You can really.
Et c'est vrai, il faut cliquer un peu sur tout, même si on s'en fout, parce que on peut faire des points. Insupportable.
Tried to make a hard-boiled egg using one of these. That's a terrible place for a petri dish.
Ah, une boîte de pétri. Ah, c'est pour cultiver les bactéries, c'est ça?
This petri dish is encrusted with all sorts of gunk. I'll need to clean it off and see what's underneath here. Yep, that's a sink. I don't know what I was thinking. Yep, that's a sink.
Je sais pas, tu voulais pas la nettoyer ou... Y a pas un lave-vaisselle sinon? De lave-vaisselle dans le turfu?
Magnets. How do they work?
C'est quoi la ref? Je l'ai pas.
I find this illuminating.
Pif quoi? Merlot? Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette connerie? Pauvre homard. J'aurais incarné en homard parce que même mort on le suce encore.
Not much of a view.
Donc ouais bah oui ma boîte de pétri là. Le lavabo en.
Yep, that's a sink.
En branle.
Maybe try something else. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy.
Bon, très bien. I'll be back s'il faut. Sinon, il y a... Ben voilà.
No bidet? Sick. Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic.
Un autre.
Gumdrops and lollipop. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Tsunami! Tsunami! Tsunami!
Pardon.
Lord knows I
Putain,
my place.
Sacrée ventouse, hein.
Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance. My landlord always reminds me that indoor plumbing is a privilege, not a right. Boy, I try not to look directly into a mirror because it's kind of bad for my self-esteem. Oh, I always put out fresh towels for my guests. I mean, if I had any. Yeah, I believe that's a towel. That was a waste of time. Yeah, rub-a-dub-dub. That accomplished... I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, rub-a-dub-dub.
Ok.
No bidet? Sick. I find moisturizing to be the most important part of a daily routine. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, if you know what I mean. This frame needs 9 baseball cards. Guess I better not be too creative, because it won't work. This frame needs 9 baseball cards.
Non, c'est juste qu'il faut que je les ai toutes...
Yeah, that's about the only sailboat I can afford. There's just no accounting for good taste. Yeah, just some books. Wrong form of it's. Come on, people.
C'était avec une faute dans la traduction.
Oh, sure, that seems impressive. But I bet you it wasn't nearly as difficult as obtaining my PI license from an entire summer of night school. It takes a man of exquisite taste to truly appreciate a pleather chair. There's a past due notice here.
You're late, you bum!
Note to self, check and make sure I made my speeder payment. could use that. Nope, no. This is just to trick people into thinking you read a lot.
Bon, apparemment... Ah!
Sulfuric acid. I better be careful with this.
Ah!
Hey, it worked!
Something very tiny is written at the bottom of this petri dish. I'll need some help reading the inscription.
Oh, il a pas il a pas du matériel, lui, il est neurochirurgien. Allons à l'étage. Putain, je kifferais avoir une maison comme ça, moi. Bord de la plage, là, comme ça.
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Sleep with a Swedish Fish. Put this in my comic book rack collection in my office.
Oh mais non mais on s'en fout dans ce on s'en fout des vêtements et des slips là. Je suis déçu.
Oh man, I hate retro things.
C'est pas vrai ça.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummy's in here, I'm gonna be very upset.
On l'a. « 43 556. » J'en étais sûr. Et c'est comme ça qu'on va pouvoir voir la boîte de pétri, parce que voilà, il y a ce qu'il faut là-bas. Très bien.
Nope, nothing worthwhile on these shelves.
Well, no big bad wolf will be getting in here.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummy's in here, I'm gonna be very upset. An old Zoom portable music device. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me one of these while all the other kids were getting iPads and iPods. I remember just how I felt that day. Wonder what happened to it. Oh yeah, now I remember.
Et pourquoi? Pas tant de haine. Oh, moi j'avais les espèces de MP3 là qui coûtaient que dalle là. Un truc qui était grand comme ça là, qui faisait vraiment clé grosse clé USB là.
If the owner's ventriloquist dummy's in here, I'm gonna be.
Putain, ça coûtait rien ça. Après, finalement, très vite, on a eu des portables où on pouvait stocker de la musique. Donc, finalement, toute cette époque un peu du MP3, machin, en fait, c'était un peu de la fumisterie. Là. Le Walkman et tout, c'était une chose, mais après, très vite, on pouvait stocker de la